That light squared bishop that white has is the definition of a bad bishop. It's got no future. It's blocked in by its own pawns.
Clock times, though. Look at Magnus. 20 seconds. He brings his knight to the centre, giving up a pawn. White can actually just take that knight with his bishop, winning a pawn in the process. That move feels a bit panicky from Magnus.
I like this move by Wesley, which is designed to induce chaos.
Big mistake, though, I feel. I think actually black now... Yeah, I think you should have just taken that knight while you had the opportunity. OK, Magnus had some tactical ideas, which he missed. He just pushes his pawn forward, guarding his centre. Yeah, Jovanka, you said that was a good move from white, but the last thing you want to do in a blitz game with 1 minute on your clock is open up your king. Suddenly, white's king on the dark squares might be vulnerable. I feel that Magnus...
I just like the fact that Magnus was low on the clock. It's 14 seconds left, and you know, sometimes an active move like this is enough to induce chaos. Because it's not necessarily just about the position on the board.
Ideally, it needs to be an active move, but that doesn't weaken your own king, that won't kind of haunt you later on. And Wesley, suddenly, after making that active move with white, now he's stopped. He's realised there's nothing else to do next. I don't see any moves for white. Now taking that black knight would give up white's dark square bishop, but suddenly the white king would be weak on the dark squares.
Well, he's taken it. I didn't necessarily approve of that. And now he steps forward backwards with the queen, and look at that pawn. That pawn is a monster. There's just no stopping it whatsoever. I mean, Magnus has an amazing chance of striking back.
Yeah, Magnus...
look at the bar here.
Yeah, the only thing that can stop him now is the clock, because now after this last move, if the queens come off, black is one pawn up, but it's not just any pawn, it's that pawn on the left side. It's 2 squares away from queening. It's paralysing the white rook. Magnus, despite the presence of opposite colour bishops, he's completely winning this position.
And Wesley down to 9 seconds on the clock. And again, totally agree with David. Black is just dominating the position, and it's all to do with that pawn. When you said that's not just any pawn, it felt like a Marks and Spencer advert.
Yeah, and OK, black's rook now trying to undermine the white rook, trying to eliminate the blockade of black's pawn. White's bishop trying to cause some chaos, threatening to take a pawn with check, but Magnus blocking the white bishop. Is that just game over?
It is
3 seconds,
game
2
over.
seconds.
There's nothing to be done
1
apart
second.
from losing the piece.
Magnus fights back.
Wow, look at that reaction from Magnus Carlsen. It is a comeback from the world champion. He wins the second Blitz Games, and we are heading to Armageddon, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I love that reaction. That